Well, it's been a while since I've uploaded, but what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on Ranger Central. Before we jump into everything, please be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. I know I said that I was going to be taking a step back a lot this summer, but this was just too big of news and too, I don't know, it really hit, man. It really hit. Randomly at 4 o'clock in August, it has been announced that Sam Rosen, after this upcoming season, is going to be retiring from the broadcast, and it hit. So the following statement was just issued from Chris Drury, saying, "Congratulations to Sam on a truly historic broadcasting career and for providing generations of Ranger fans with unforgettable moments. After growing up as a Rangers fans listening to Sam on the television, it has been an absolute pleasure to get to know him on a personal level in my years as a player and executive. Sam will forever be connected with the New York Rangers hockey, or Sam will forever be connected with New York Rangers hockey, and Sam and his family will always be a part of our Rangers family." And just think about that for a second. Chris Drury talking about how he grew up with Sam Rosen. We all did. And it just, it really hits, knowing the fact that after the season, it's just not going to be his voice when we tune into the game every single time at 7 o'clock or whatever time it is outside of national TV games. It's just not going to be him, and it really hits, honestly. And the writing was kind of on the wall, so I'm not entirely surprised, but I also am, just because I thought he still had a few more seasons potentially in him. But you could just tell over the recent years that it hasn't been the same. There's been a lot more mistakes. So again, I'm not entirely shocked, but I did think that there was maybe a few more years. In terms of his successor, I assume it's going to be Kenny Albert. It looks like he's the favorite. He's been doing radio for the Rangers for quite a bit, so I'd imagine he's going to end up being the guy. In terms of Joe Micheletti, I don't know if he leaves the booth with Sam or what's going to happen there, but I'd imagine he ends up staying, and it's just going to be him and Kenny Albert going down the road, which I would absolutely love Kenny Albert to be in the booth. I think that he's really great. Obviously, it's not going to be the same because Sam is a Hall of Fame guy, and it just is what he is, and it's just never going to be the same because we all grew up with him. But yeah, again, I'm completely okay with it being Kenny Albert if it ends up being the guy. Maybe they end up trying more guys when, somebody fills in for Sam throughout the season. Maybe they try someone else in that spot. Who knows? Maybe in the preseason, somebody's going to, get a couple games there to potentially see if they could fill in for the role, and they'll try out a couple of different guys. But we'll, of course, see what happens there. But either way, I mean, this is just bizarre to me. It's just bizarre to think that it's not going to be Sam Rosen's voice after this year, and the pressure is even more on everybody in that Rangers locker room. I want Sam Rosen slapped, a picture of Sam Rosen slapped in that damn locker room, especially Adam Fox. I'm looking at you, man. I want you to go out there and have, piss and vinegar running through your veins, and you to go out there playing your damn ass off for Sam Rosen, because forget about anyone else for a second. Forget about yourself. Forget about anyone else. I desperately need, and I think every Ranger fan could agree with this, every Ranger fan desperately needs to hear Sam Rosen call a Stanley Cup one more time, especially it sucks it would be on the radio, but something's better than nothing for a proper send-off for Sam Rosen. So one could truly last a lifetime for him. I desperately need that. We desperately need that. So please make it happen. Am I being ambitious there? Maybe. But again, I'm just begging for that, because it is going to be so bizarre when, it's just, we're not hearing it's a power play goal, and, all the other famous calls that we've got from Sam Rosen over the years. And yeah, it's just going to be so bizarre. Again, you could just tell, though, that the writing was starting to be on the wall there, whether it was him during a game this year saying, when Igor made a save, he was like, "Glove by Zibanejad," or whether it was him saying, there was a time during the opening this year where Sam was like, one of the best deep pairs in the league so far this year has been, he said, one of the best deep pairs in the league so far this year has been Mika Zibanejad and Ryan Lindgren, or he was like Igor Shesterkin and Ryan Lindgren, and then Joe's like, it's actually Adam Fox and Ryan Lindgren. And you could just tell he's like, man, it's bad. He knew that he's been making a lot of mistakes, and it's unfortunate that it's been the case because, man, I wish there was still a lot more years of him in him. Again, it's just really going to hurt in terms of not hearing his voice. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else in terms of, followed up news on this. But again, it's just bizarre, but also not that shocking. It's just weird how it randomly happened now. But I'm telling you right now, I am going to be a complete train wreck during that last game that he does. I'm like, just thinking about that right now. I'm gonna burst out into tears. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to burst out into freaking tears. And I am hoping, because the Buffalo Sabres did this for RJ at their stadium, and I noticed it throughout the entire season, where every single time they scored, it was just him, his call for a goal. I am begging for anybody that works at MSG, if they are hearing this, if they are watching this, you guys could clip this, put it on Twitter, tag whoever. I am begging somebody at MSG, a scoreboard op, every single time the Rangers score a power play goal this year at the Garden, I am begging for Sam Rosen to say it's a power play goal, to blast throughout the arena the entire season, and so on and so forth. Like, make it a forever thing for all I care. I don't care. He's been here for decades, and he deserves that. And as fans, I think it would be a really nice touch, and I think we deserve that, to hear that as fans. So his call truly lasts forever, and it just something that will live through us forever. And man, I'm like getting emotional right now just thinking about all this, because it just hurts. It really just hurts, because it's just what we grew up with. It's what we grew up with. Players that have played for the team grew up with this. And man, it's just like, it's just weird, because when Lundqvist retired, that was my first moment of like, oh shit, my childhood, like, what is happening here? And I'm still young. I'm not claiming that I'm like old or anything, but it's just like, that was like the first like, oh shit, my childhood moment. And now this is like, that's like the final Infinity Stone, like being yanked out, the final piece of my heart being pulled out in terms of, childhood stuff with the Rangers. And it's truly going to be a different era, if you will. Different, I don't know what word I want to use. I'm like at a loss for words right now. I'm getting emotional. I'm really getting emotional talking about this and thinking about this. Like, this really hits a certain way. But yeah, of course, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. I don't know why my camera got right there, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm sure everyone feels the same way. Maybe you found Sam annoying, which if you did, keep your comments to yourself. I really don't want to hear about that. The guy's a Hall of Fame announcer, and say what you want about how the last few years have been, but at the end of the day, he's a Hall of Fame guy, and this hurts. This really hurts. But yeah, leave a like though if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you guys are new. Turn on your notifications, and please, everybody in that Rangers locker room, rally behind this, and please let us hear a Stanley Cup call from him on the radio before he retires. I would just love that.